I heard it was the Jackie Robinson, award. It just puts a lot of things in perspective. So appreciative that they would even want me to be the recipient of the award, and it just goes back to what Jackie meant, not only playing the game that he played, but what he used that platform to do, to stand up and be the man that he was throughout those difficult times, for a bigger cause, for obviously for guys like myself today that can be free and do whatever I want to do in this profession, to be able to walk and talk and say things that matter to me and hope that it's going to be changed. He did it in a time where he wasn't even allowed. If people said you're not allowed to speak up, you're not allowed to stand for what you believe in, you're not allowed because these are the rules and this is how it's going to be. And I just think he had a much bigger calling. And obviously, like I said, I can sit here today and be free and play the game that I love and be able to inspire so many people that's going to come after me. So it's a true honor. It's a true honor, for guys like Jackie and Muhammad, to just have that vision, and if they was here today, you could sit and talk to them, and I guarantee it wasn't about them. It was about everybody that was going to come after them.
There are some people that shy away from talking about certain things, athletes, that is, and there are some fans that say, hey, athletes should stick to sports, whatever, stay in their lane. Why is it so important for you personally to use your voice on some of these issues?
Just look what those athletes before us had to go through. Just look at what Jackie and Muhammad, Bill Russell, and Kareem and Jim Brown, and Oscar Robertson, and all those guys had to go through to just to play the game that they love. So they sacrificed themselves for athletes like myself today to have a platform to be able to speak out on things that we're educated about. I don't just talk just to talk. I'm educated on what I speak about. I'm passionate what I speak about, and but those guys sacrificed everything. It's almost like us or fans or anyone who says that us athletes shouldn't speak out about issues and we should just focus on sports. Would be the same thing as we have our armed forces that go over and let our land be free. And that would be the same thing as now people telling us we should stay inside the house. We have all our armed forces and all our soldiers that go overseas every single year, every single day to fight for their lives, for our freedom. And they're, it's as much as it sucks to have, all our loved ones and people across the waters and things that we want them to come home, they fight every day to make sure our land is free, that we can walk outside and be social and things of that nature. So people are going to have their comments about, certain things, and if you're comfortable with talking about certain issues, then do it. If not, then don't do it. But for me, I come from an educated mind. I come from a passionate background, and like I said, those athletes paved the way for guys like myself.